Manchester United in the mud, guys. Manchester United is back in the mud. Based on reports today by Fabrizio Romano, Thomas Tuchel, our one and only Thomas Tuchel, proper Chelsea, rejected Man United and said, "No way, Jose. I would rather take 1 year off and just take like 1 year to basically, cool down rather than go to Man U that is just currently in disarray." And so he rejected, Man United. Guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. It's the Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. Guys, it is what it is. I mean, Man U fans have been, sitting tight and trying to wait for the fate of Eric Ten Hag. I know, real talk, most of them are, quietly hoping that Eric, Ten Hag is replaced, even though they did win the FA Cup this season, and which puts them in, Europa. But the reality is, Man U, took a step, backwards. I believe last season, Man U finished third in the league last season, and not last the season before last, they were third, and then last season they finished eighth, behind us. Whereas we progressed from 12th place under Potter slash Lampard, and we moved from 12th to 6th. And so as far as anybody who has eyes can see, it's onwards and upwards for Chelsea. And so Tuchel, Tommy T said, "Hey guys, thanks but no thanks. I think I'd rather take 1 year off than go to old Trafford and suffer in a club that is in disarray." So that's the update on Tuchel to Man U as a former Chelsea manager who helped us win the Champions League, the Super Cup, and the FIFA World Club Cup. Moving along to the next story. The next story is none other than Armando Broja to Everton. Based on numerous reports, there's a £30 million bid discussion that is being currently had between Chelsea and Everton for our academy product, Armando Broja. I mean, you guys already know that he was part of our first team last season. We only had two strikers, Broja and Jackson. Obviously, Jackson ended up being our main striker, but Broja did have a few games, a fair handful of games to play. He did not impress. That's just the reality. I mean, he had, like, I know he had the game where he had scored I won't say a wonderful goal. He had he played well against Fulham away at Cottage, Cottage Lane, and scored a goal there. I know he had another. I believe he had a goal in a cup game, and so, so he may have had two or three goals. Obviously, did not improve. Also, did not impress. And also remember that Jackson was away. While Jackson was away at the African Nations Cup, Broja was the only striker that we had, and he was relatively disappointing during that time. I believe he had just that one goal against I can't remember the name of the club, very small club in Division Two. I believe it may have been FA Cup game, and so he was shipped out on loan to Fulham. He went to Fulham and barely played. I mean, didn't play that much, which is again disappointing given that the whole idea of him going out on loan was to get some playing time, and so he was not able to impose himself into Fulham's first team. And granted that the loan did happen during the middle of the season, at least we still did expect to see him play. At least reasonable amount of games. So the reality is, as a Chelsea fan, I was kind of concerned because when you send a player out for loan, if he doesn't play, then the player's value goes down. And for me, I've always seen Broja at a minimum value of 30 between 30 to 35 million pounds. So that Fulham loan wasn't a good look for us. And so, but as it turns out, Everton has shown a very, very serious, strong interest in Broja. And again, if you look at Broja, what are you seeing? What are you looking at? What are you hoping to get out of Broja? Well, if you guys recall the type of player Broja was before his unfortunate injury. He's big, he's fast, he's tall, he's physical, he's skillful. He's very good with the ball on his feet. He's he has everything. Okay, let's put it that way. This is a player that has all of the tools, and of course he's young. I think he might be 21. He might still be 21 years old. He's young. He might be 20 or 21. So he's definitely young. He's definitely young. There's definitely tons of promise there, tons of potential. If you can, there is certainly a player inside Broja, if and only if a club like Everton can pull out the best out of the player. If they can, then the 30 million pound or 35 million pounds is just going to be a bargain. That's the reality. Me personally, I see Broja, if he gets regular playing time, he needs a club that will give him that will have faith in him, just like we've had faith in Jackson for better or for worse. If a club had faith in Broja, right, then he would over time he would definitely improve. He will produce. Broja needs at least 2 to 3 years just to get back to where he was in terms of fitness wise, football fitness. He's physically fit, but he's not football fit. To get to the football fitness wise, to get sharp, and then that's when you're going to start seeing Broja being a very, very good striker. So for me as a Chelsea fan, I will again. There's like we have to sell him because he's not going to play. That's the reality. Chelsea has big ambitions, and so there's just no time or no room to wait for Broja. So, but notwithstanding, we should hopefully include some kind of buyback clause or some kind of sell-on clause. Most likely a sell-on clause, at least maybe 15 to 20 percent. If we sell them at 30 mil, then we're gonna have to add that sell-on clause. See if we can claw back another 10 to like 15, 20 mil on the back end in the future. So that's what I have in terms of Armando Broja. Then last but not least is Christopher Nkunku. The reports from today basically saying that Nkunku is going to stay at Chelsea, right? There have been some prior reports that had mentioned the possibility of other clubs showing interest in buying Nkunku from Chelsea. Obviously, given on the heels of the fact that he didn't play that much last season. But guys, we know why he didn't play that much. He didn't play that much because he was injured for for the bulk of last season. However, the few times that he was fit, he played and he played well. So as fate would have it, and thankfully, Kunku's representatives have pretty much come out and just cleared the air and said, listen, Nkunku is happy at Chelsea. He's happy to stay at Chelsea. He has on finished business to close out at Chelsea, and he is looking forward to life under coach Enzo Maresca. Okay, so Nkunku is not going anywhere, and thankfully, because he's a brilliant player, he's going to be a brilliant player for Chelsea. He's going to fit in very well into Maresca's philosophy, and he will help us. He will help us basically finish top four and hopefully push onwards and upwards. Guys, that's all I have for today. Please leave your comments below. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.